Joy is our natural tendency. We just have to allow it in and stop fighting so hard. We need to be able to do this, though, when we most need it. And that's the challenging part, right? When we're feeling anger and aggression, we're trying to make a point. I don't want war. Let's fight against war. Wait, that doesn't work, does it? Right? Let's go the other direction. But it seems to me that the people that we most want to be don't have anything to do with those emotions. If you want to be a great skydiver, you can't struggle against the gravity, fight against the airflow that's coming up from the ground as you're flying. You have to surrender to it. You have to allow it. You have to feel good in that process. Really good. Joyful. Then you know you're pointed down the river. You're going with the flow. And the more intense the circumstances are, the more the intensity is. So if you feel huge negative emotion, clearly, you're close to the main artery. Right? You're close to something that means something to you. Great. But don't stay with the emotion, right? We have to learn how to stop trying so hard and do a 180-degree pivot and go with it. And the more the emotion is, the more we got to paddle with it, the more we have to have fun with it. That, I think, is really the key to fear, is feeling joy, feeling happiness. It's not so easy when you look at something like terrorism. How am I going to feel joy about terrorism? Well, I don't necessarily have to heal the whole world right now. I just have to change how I feel. Because if I can walk my path, my life, smiling, genuinely, happy, loving of my species, of my people, of every person that I meet along the way, I am shifting the world in a positive direction. It has to go that way. When I'm in the airplane, if I'm feeling fear and I look over at a student and they're really feeling fear, and I let them magnify my fear, how can I help? Can't. So I need, as Ray needs, right? Every time we're in that airplane, we have to go inside for that. Not look for the vibration that we're wanting to feel from out there. If you wait for the world to make you smile, you could be waiting a while. Right? And this is the beauty of meditation. This is why I went to a Buddhist-based graduate school in psychology, because I think they figured something out, that silence has something in it for us. I call it positive zero. So the nature of zero, the nature of the absence of thought, is where love flows back in, where joy flows back in, because that's who we are. But our thoughts drift us away. When we keep fixating, returning our thoughts to that which worries us the most, guess how we're going to feel. And when we shift how we feel, we find ourselves thinking thoughts that are different. Right? So our thoughts are not just things that are reflecting reality now. They become something that is altering reality. If somebody's in a bad mood, don't go there with them, right? If somebody's drowning, you don't jump in the water with them. They bring you down. We have to be the ones that say, nope, I'm not going to go there with your suffering. I'm going to listen. I'm going to love you. And I am going to keep one foot on the dock of joy. Because that's what we're here for. That's the joy that connects to the appreciation of life, that connects to love, that connects to even grander levels of love, that connects to the big. Right? Isn't it? So I think that's really where it's all coming from. For me, why do I jump out of airplanes? Is it to dodge death? That's a losing battle. It's inevitable. I'm going, sooner or later. Is it to express my love of life? Yes. But even more importantly, it's for those moments where even though I'm in a sort of torrent of energy, something that is very provocative, I have the ability, after my parachute opens up, to stop. To stop trying so hard. And what I like to do is I slow the parachute down, I put it into brakes, and I look out at the horizon, and I soak in all that beauty even though I could be construing this circumstance as terror-provoking, flex every muscle in my body, and therefore have thoughts that are looking for danger, and sure enough I find it if I look for it, I make it come out. But instead, I choose every jump to put my parachute into brakes. You can think of this as a metaphor, right? The parachute of your life, parachute of your heart. And you go, oh, thank you. The feeling of appreciation for me, that is the doorway that gets me back into the sanctuary of my heart. The sanctuary of my higher thoughts, my solutions. Everything that I want to create comes from that sense of positive zero, to stop. It's just a tricky business sometimes when we get ourselves all caught up in emotion. So are we going to beat ourselves up for having emotion? No. It's wonderful, right? It's a guide. It's a guide that says, feeling positive emotion, great, on track. Feeling negative emotion, on track, pointed the wrong way. I have to flip myself around. So if I'm going to leave you with a couple of things, just a couple of thoughts that maybe will pop up for you sometime when you find yourself driving in a torrential downpour, or anything else that might be fear-provoking. You're walking on a dark city street and you see a homeless person. Different ways to handle this. First thing is, obviously, I think I've said it enough, slow down. Relax. Relax your body, and your body will relax your mind, and therefore your thoughts will be different. It's like the plant. Bad soil, bad plant. We have to change how we feel, and the thoughts that occur to us are totally different. If we want to walk down that dark city street and see that homeless person, and instead of contracting and shriveling up back inside of our snail shells, instead we say, hey, what do you need? Or stop off at the store, get something that maybe they would need, and bring it to them. It feels so good and so scary. Because let's face it, you don't know what this is going to happen, but it seems to me, and my experience is, the wider my heart is open, the bigger the danger I can take on. I can walk right through fire. That's what it feels like. Well, I have walked across hot coals. That's fun. Scary. But I have to be expanded. The bigger the danger, the more we have to expand. How do we do it? We relax, we slow down, we calm down, and then we look in the direction of where we want to go. And we don't look at the situation and say, yes, but it's like this, it's pointed that way. What does a pilot do when the plane loses its engine and starts going like this? Do they go, ah! No, that's for the people in the back. That's their job. Right? The pilot's job is focus your mind, keep your breath under control, look for the answers, know that you're the one that is going to make it happen. Right? When you have two pilots and you're passing the airplane back and forth, so to speak, when it's your turn, you say, my airplane. My airplane. Your life, your experience, your breath, all of it. And your world, really. Right? Your airplane. Right? We have to grab that yoke. We have to seize control over the circumstances. All of this. It's gotten a little out of control. You flip through the TV, flip on CNN, you want to make yourself feel bad, flip that on for a few minutes. Big, beautiful world, lots of love, lots of wonderful things happening. What do they focus on? The 2% of miserableness. We have a choice about where we focus our minds and what we want to see grow. Like the sunlight shining down. We can choose. You want the weeds to grow, or you want the joy to grow?